Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett, and in my hands is Maple Terrace #1 by Noah Van Sciver. Published by Uncivilized Books. Decided to join the Patreon that they're doing because you get a whole bunch of their printed comics throughout the year, which I think is really great for the price of the Patreon, and you get to support them. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch of Uncivilized books that way that I paid for. So this, Maple Terrace, really interesting. So it's Noah Van Sciver's latest. Yes, it is of the Van Scivers. But what I really think is kind of interesting about Noah's work is so much of it is autobiographical. It's not just his upbringing and life, but also his siblings. Let's go with that. So it really is a very interesting lens and view into the Van Sciver life. So this one is Noah. They're living in Jersey. I couldn't quite get the age. I don't remember he actually says the age, but we're talking like early 90s, 92-ish is when this goes on. And it's a lot of just kind of his interactions with his brothers around comics. You can tell that it's a family that's not really well-to-do. Noah's living on the floor. There's cockroaches crawling over him. The father, there's hints that the father's beating them, which I believe has been explored in other things that I've read of his. Just generally, you can see that it's an abusive family and just generally dysfunctional and just not healthy. But you can also see where Noah gets his love of comics. And goes into the comic profession. So that's kind of like not too surprising reading this. But overall, I think it's a really intriguing series of short stories of him growing up, and that seems to be what this series is going to be about. A bit more of the autobiographical stuff from Van Sciver, and to me, it's intriguing. I did not live that life. I had older brothers who did kick the crap out of me every once in a while. But I didn't have to worry about cockroaches climbing over me. Let's go with that. And I was able to read my brother's comics without fear of getting the crap beat out of me. That was the one thing we were good with. The more beating crap out of me was play fighting and stuff you do with older brothers, roughhousing. But yeah, I think it's really interesting. There is a no holds barred honesty to Van Sciver's work, to Noah's work, and I think it answers a lot of questions. Let's go with that. And what's interesting, I think in the beginning, he just says, whenever I draw stories based on my childhood, it fills my family with dread. They want to know why I insist on dragging out our humble past and drawing it for the world to see. I'm sorry to cause friction with any of them, but I can't leave it alone. I'm an artist and must explore these aspects of my life and tell my stories. I have an overwhelming compulsion to get it all out on paper and leave this earth with a proper full self-portrait. Let's go. To me, I think that's really interesting. So he admits that there's animosity towards folks who don't within his family that aren't big fans of his comics. But yeah, to me, it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. So if you've ever wanted to explore the Van Sciver world, this is a very intriguing way to go do that and might explain a lot of stuff. Let's just go with that. So I'm looking forward to it. The Uncivilized, I think, does some really, really cool stuff. Definitely check out the Patreon that they've got. I think it's real worth participating in. And as I said, we're gonna have more and more of their comics as they're released, which I think is pretty cool. They do some really interesting stuff, so definitely check them out. As far as this, you can go get this in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. Did I show that? I don't think I showed the art. Let's show the art. You know what? We should show off the art. So we get the roach crawling over, brothers threatening, them getting yelled at, and the threat of violence towards them for being up. So it's Van Sciver's kind of typical style, which I like. I like it. It's got a nice small press, alternate press vibe about it. But so as I said, you can go get this in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links most likely. By doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. And just watch our videos support us. So thank you for that. If you're into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.
Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.